Today I'm sharing inspiring decorating and styling tips that will help your home feel high-end and luxurious. All of these tips are budget-friendly and super easy to implement. I love decorating with trays. They are both aesthetic and functional. I have a variety of trays out right now. I've got 5 of them, and I'm going to give you 5 different ways you can style these trays. Our first tray is this antiqued brass tray. I love this size. It's really large. A tray this large would be fantastic on a buffet or on a large dining table. The first thing that we're going to add to our tray is this marble hexagonal tray. Now you can call this a cutting board or a marble slab, but we're just going to call these marble pieces a tray today. So I'm going to put this marble on one side. Adding the marble like this breaks up all the brass and gives us a base to put our candle holder on. This candle holder is so pretty. It's got an intricate design on it, so I'll place that on top, and then I have this candle, and it's more of a brass, kind of copper on the outside, and I love how it coordinates with the gold brass tray. I have a trio of ginger jars that we're going to place on this side of the tray. I'm going to stagger them and arrange them by height. I like to use odd numbers when I decorate, so I have a set of 3. And these jars are fantastic because they also have an intricate detail that coordinates with the detail that's on my candle holder. To break up all of this white, I'm going to be adding a wooden tassel. I like adding tassels to my jars or to my displays because it's just another really pretty element that you can add. And by adding this more natural beaded garland to this ginger jar, it makes this display feel a little more casual because of the burlap tassels at the bottom. So it tones down the formality. Also, one other tip is that you can always use the lid of a candle as a decorative detail. You can just place it off to the side. I love how this lid coordinates so beautifully with the color of the tray. Our next tray is this mirrored tray. I love using mirrored trays because they are reflective and they add a little bit of sparkle and shine to your display. The first element that we're going to add is a floral arrangement. Adding natural elements like small potted plants, succulents, or a collection of seashells. These bring a touch of freshness and a connection to nature. The container is also really unique. It looks like coral. I think it's just so pretty. Okay, so next we are going to be using plates. Now plates are a great way to display your collectibles. If you have a set of plates that you really just want to display, putting them on a tray is a fabulous way to do it. So what I'm going to do is get a frame holder. I'm going to put it on my tray, and then I can just tuck my plate right into the frame holder. The next plate that we're going to be using is a smaller plate. It has a decorative gold rim around the edges. I'm going to put that right down in the front, and on top of that I'm going to add a candle. Now, just like this display and its tassel garland, I'm going to add a tassel garland to this display. However, the difference is that this is a glass beaded garland, so it's going to give it a more classic and timeless feel as opposed to a more casual feel on this tray. So I'm just going to wrap it around my candle right here in the front and let it hang over the edge. Now we are all finished with this display. I love the way that the mirrored tray reflects all of the items that we have on it. I also have a mirrored tray in my formal living area. You can see the chandelier above, and it also reflects the beautiful florals in that arrangement. This one is one of my favorites. Look at how beautiful this one is. It's got these gorgeous metal leaves. The detailing on them is so pretty, and I love this gold color. And what we're going to do is add a marble circle to the center of this tray. Adding this marble slab is going to give this tray stability, so when we put our glass jars on it, it's not going to tip anywhere. I have a few glass jars that I have filled up with some yummy snacks. Using glass jars on a tiered tray is fantastic because it adds some sparkle. The glass mixed with the marble and the metal add a unique design touch by mixing and matching these elements. Okay, to the front of my tray, I have some monogrammed cocktail napkins I'm going to add on one side, and then a monogrammed spoon I'm going to add to the other. This display would be beautiful on a buffet for a party. It would be so pretty to have on an island in your kitchen or on the center of a table. This tray had some yummy treats, but our diet needs a little more nutritional value than what I have in these jars. Our family uses multivitamins. I think that they are important because you cannot get all of the nutrients that you need daily from food alone. I have these vitamins from Ritual. These are essential for women 18 plus, and they're designed to help fill common nutrient gaps with 9 key nutrients in just 2 daily capsules. These women's multivitamins are designed for optimal absorption. They are delayed release capsules and are designed to dissolve in the small intestines, an optimal place to absorb nutrients. One thing that I've really had a hard time with vitamins in the past is that they really upset my stomach. You can take these vitamins with or without food and they do not upset your stomach at all. They are essenced with mint. The mint tab in every bottle keeps things fresh, so taking your vitamins daily can be a more enjoyable experience. With Ritual, you know where their labeled ingredients come from. Ritual is proud of the products they have created with clean ingredients and key nutrients, because Ritual believes everyone should know what's in their multivitamins. They are vegan friendly, non-GMO, gluten-free, major allergen-free, without extras and artificial colorants. They're also designed to support foundational health with key nutrients to support brain, bone, blood building, and antioxidant support. They also have a women's multivitamin for women 50 plus. To start your Ritual vitamin journey, I have a 30% off coupon code for you. It's Burningham 30. You can also scan this QR code or use this link to go to their website. All of the links and the coupon codes will be in my description box, so head on over to Ritual and select a vitamin for you. Marble trays are some of my favorite pieces to work with. Nothing is quite as classy as marble. So we're going to keep this display classy and elegant. So we have our square marble tray, and to the center we're going to add this scalloped plate with a gold edge. I'm going to place that right in the center. And then we're going to layer. So I'm going to get another plate. It's the same plate that we have right here. I have 2 of them. So this is going to be layered right on top. These match so beautifully. They both have this gold trim around it. And to the center, I have this cut glass candy dish. Now we are not going to use it for candy today. Instead, I have a candle inside. I'm going to place it right in the center, and we are done. Look at how beautiful this display is. It's classic, timeless, and how easy was that to put together? It was a piece of cake. I use marble in a variety of different areas throughout my home. I have marble tiles that I have put on top of buffets and on nightstands. I have marble Lazy Susans on my dining tables and on the large center island in my kitchen. And then I have a few more decorative marble trays that I put on the shelves in my entertainment center. If you want to add a bit of class, marble is a great addition. Do you guys remember this tray that we found at the thrift store a couple weeks back? We repainted it and decoupaged some blue and white flowers on it. This tray is such a pretty tray, and it is the perfect backdrop for us to add some seasonal accessories to it. So the first thing that we're going to do is add a stem of leaves. On top of our leaves, we're going to add a large plush velvet pumpkin. The ribbon around the stem is so pretty and it themes us into fall fantastically. To the back, we're adding a large ginger jar, and I added a stem of leaves and berries to the top. And then in front, we're going to place some pumpkins and an acorn. Using small objects like these little accessories or a small figurine or even a little trinket box is the way that you can add personality to your tray. These objects can be curated based on your personal taste or a specific theme and can be switched out for different seasons. Decorating with trays is an easy, simple, and affordable way to add a high-end look to your home. We're going to elevate the heart of this living space by decorating our fireplace mantle. Now, the fireplace mantle decorating tips that I'm using, you can also use on a shelf or on the top of a buffet or dresser. So the first thing that we need is a focal point. My focal point is this large mirror. It's the correct size. It's not too large. It's not too small for the alcove. When you're selecting a focal point, whether it be a mirror like this or a piece of art, you want to make sure that it is sized appropriately. We are going to layer some pieces on our fireplace mantle. Now we have a mirror above, but we are going to still add some art. I'm going to take this gorgeous fall piece of wall art and I'm going to put it on this side of our mirror. I can just lean it right up against the wall, right in front of my mirror. This more orangish copper frame coordinates beautifully with the fall leaves that are on our art print. This is an art print that you can get on my website and you can still use that 10% off coupon with Lisa 10. So this is going to be on one side, but we need something to balance it out on this side. So what we're going to do is get a large white urn. This urn is going to add some balance to this side. Because we have something large on this side, we need to equal it out by putting something large on this side. Now in the center, we are going to add some smaller decorative accessories, but before we do that, we're going to get a stem of white fall leaves. I purchased these leaves at Michael's. They were 40% off. This is a beautiful backdrop. It breaks up the fireplace mantle itself because they hang below it. I love adding natural touches like leaves and flowers to my displays. It brings in that gorgeous touch of nature. Speaking of leaves, I have this acanthus leaf display. I'm going to place it on the mantle right to the side of my wall art print. And then because we are all about symmetry, we're going to add another item that's going to offset this acanthus leaf. I have this gorgeous yellow ginger jar. It's going to tie in some of the yellow from the art print. I'm going to place this jar right to the side of my larger white ginger jar. Because this is a fall display, the center point is going to be this plush cream pumpkin. I tied a transparent gold ribbon around the top. Doing this adds a little bit more of a detail to our plain pumpkin. I'm going to place this right in the center of our mantle as a focal point. The varying heights and the different materials that we're using on this fireplace mantle display makes it look so unique and one of a kind. The layered accessories create depth and visual interest. Let's explore one more fireplace mantle because variety is key. In my bedroom, I have another fireplace mantle display. On this fireplace mantle, I have a trio of ginger jars on one side. To add balance and symmetry, I have a large white orchid floral arrangement on the opposite side. I added these same fall leaves that I got at Michael's on this fireplace mantle, and then placed several decorative plush pumpkins over the top of the leaves. I added another gorgeous fall print. This time it has a more simplistic frame around it. This print is also from my website. Changing the decor on your fireplace mantle with the seasons keeps the fireplace area fresh and inviting throughout the year. By combining different elements, we were able to put together a stylish mantle that's visually appealing and balanced. The possibilities are endless when it comes to decorating a fireplace mantel. Arranging your furniture to look and feel professional can get a little tricky, so I have a few furniture arranging tips for you. The first thing that you're going to want to do is create some conversation areas. Arrange seating in a way that encourages conversation. Place sofas and chairs facing each other, forming intimate seating groups. You want to ensure that there is enough space that you can easily walk around the room without stubbing your toe, which I've done in the past. You want to make sure that there's enough room that you can easily maneuver around the furniture or the coffee table. You also want to consider the traffic flow. You don't want to place anything large that's going to block a pathway or create an obstacle that hinders the flow of traffic. I love symmetry, so I try and distribute my furniture evenly throughout a space. What does that mean? Well, in this room, I have one sofa on one side of the room, and on the opposite side of the room, I have a duplicate sofa. So it creates that balance and symmetry. Behind me, I've got these chairs. There's a set of 2 of them, and together it creates a harmonious feel of furniture arrangement placement in this room. Utilizing scale and proportion is also very important in your furniture placement. You don't want a massive couch next to a teeny tiny little chair. And you also need to take into the effect the size of the room, because if you have a really large room, you're going to want to buy furniture that's a little more oversized. If you have a smaller room, you want to buy pieces of furniture that are appropriately sized for that room. One problem that I see frequently is overcrowding furniture in a room. You walk into a room and there's a whole bunch of chairs, a whole bunch of couches. Editing pieces of furniture out of a room can make your space feel larger, cleaner, and more organized. Selecting your pieces intentionally makes your furniture look tailored to your space. If you have a smaller space, having functional furniture is also very important. You can get an ottoman that has storage inside. You can use decorative accessories like boxes to put remotes in. You can get a TV stand or an armoire that has drawers, so it adds more storage. Form and function is very important when it comes to selecting furniture. And finally, experiment. Adjust, move things around, try different seating areas, different furniture arrangements, move items around, experiment with angles, and be open to adjusting until you find the correct arrangement that feels most comfortable and visually appealing to you. Decorating your home is easier than you think. Sometimes we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to make our homes look as perfect as they possibly can. Hopefully some of these tips can show you how easy it actually is. These affordable home decorating tips will give you a good jumping off point. You can start small with decorative trays, move up to decorating a fireplace mantle, and finally feel confident about your furniture placement. All of these ideas will help you to live more beautifully in your surroundings. Don't forget to head on over to Ritual, check out all of the amazing vitamins that they have, and use my coupon code to get 30% off your purchase. If you liked this video and want to see more like it, I would love to have you subscribe so I can share those with you. Thank you so much for watching.